one that comes to mind right away is I happened to work on a weekend. It wasn't my scheduled weekend, and a family came in. I remember coming into the old unit downstairs and noticing a name up on the board, and it was a very familiar name, and kind of thought, oh, well, you know, it was a big family, and maybe I might have known the patient, maybe not. And it turned out it was a member of the family that had a cabin next door to my parents' house, up in Brainerd, originally from Brainerd, and grew up with this family and next door. And the woman that was in the room I knew as my cabin grandma. And so I kind of went over and I was assigned as the nurse. And I went into the room, and it was this, you know, massive family. And I was like, okay, what's going on? I got a report and was talking to the family and was like, okay, I'm assigned as the nurse. Are you okay with this? And you know, they were more than happy to have me as the nurse. And you know, I kind of checked to see if I was okay with it, if I could handle taking care of, you know, my, you know, cabin grandma in a different role. And ended up doing okay. And she had had a massive stroke, and family decided to withdraw care. And so it was probably, I'd probably been in the unit at that time, probably about maybe 2 or 3 years. And so it was kind of new for me to withdraw care on a patient, and now this is kind of a different role too, where I'm also kind of a family member at the same time. So I was kind of playing dual roles and making sure that the family was okay, the patient was comfortable, and that, you know, everything was kind of being done as much as possible and as quickly as possible, and that everyone was being taken care of. I remember that being very very important to me, and making sure that everyone was on board and comfortable with what was happening. Everyone finally arrived, and the doctors came in, and we took the breathing tube out, gave her medications, made sure she was very comfortable. She passed very quickly, and family was extremely appreciative at how peacefully she went and that they could be there, and they're happy that I was there, and I was completely fine through it all, very professional, until they got ready to leave. And one of the big boys, it was a big Italian family, one of the big Italian boys, one of the sons said, well, you're going to take care of her now too, aren't you? Meaning, you know, escort her downstairs. And that's when I lost it. And just at that point, it's like, you know, now I'm in a different role. Like now I'm, you know, not only am I being the nurse, now I'm also also part of the family too. And afterwards, I actually attended the funeral, and my parents came down too, and we all attended the funeral. And at that point, even to this day, they call me their angel. And I mean, we still see them all the time and everything, but it made me really feel a good part of their family, and still a part of their family. And it made me make sure that each patient that I take care of, to really treat them as a part of, as if they were a member of my family.